Step Kings as they do get scouted out really quickly with the Lightning Fury from Hazwabs. And I gotta say this, my chat was baited to hell with the Hazwab's potential Gazlo play, because they were like, yes, he's hovering it. We have a Gazlobs. Like, no Gazlobs this game, but BBJ being pressured right there. And this is something I was actually looking at with the draft. Like,
yes, it is, Ice Princess. Yes, it is.
At level 4 has single
now the
Kyocha
Imperius. That's true, we do.
Taunt into Lurking Arm into combo from Li Ming, and then you just have Sylvanas.
I like the draft here.
Damage.
Taunts do cob one, like a point and click.
At the same time,
nice.
They can turn things around with Vesper. Masquerade taking a lot of damage.
The other team's draft is good too. They got Cassie Gazlo. They got Leo Mirel, so they just got a bunch of OP shit. They just got a bunch of OP heroes.
Threat of the Righteous Hammer is too much, and Li Ming is trying to get Cattle out of here, maybe even force a kill. But everyone's still fairly healthy between the two teams. But 30k overall, gonna be losing out overall in their health bars, if that makes sense. Hyde keeping them very healthy throughout that entire fight.
Yeah, I mean, the wave clear for 30k is not very strong. I actually am a bit worried for them. I think their team fight would be okay, but I mean, it looks like they're losing the rotation, and this map is pretty much all.
I feel like Sammy's their weakest link. I feel like he's actually been playing pretty well. He's definitely been playing well. So I don't think he's a weak link. I am surprised he didn't finish the Gul'dan E. I don't think he plays Gul'dan. I don't think he plays Gul'dan much. That's probably why. He plays pretty solid when he's on like a hero he plays, like Cassia or Li Ming or something.
Basically, you'll have one hero catch the wave wall on top and one catch it on mid. Both teams actually doing knights though, so it is going to be a bit evened up. I'll be interested to see if Hasu. Okay, they're going to hold the cap. I like this.
BBJ back to Brywing. Yeah, BBJ loves Brywing. BBJ's Brywing is really good. I think BBJ's Brywing is his best hero.
Basically, a knight defense under their towers.
By like a lot.
I really like that. Then also holding it.
I think you play against 30k, you ban Brightwing. I know BBJ says you have to ban Deckard against him too. I don't think so though. I think you ban his Brightwing, you let him have the Deckard. Deckard as a hero is just not that good right now, I think. But yeah, I think everyone should ban his Brightwing for sure.
Their own camp underneath the towers, and they're going to be clearing out the opposing side, maybe looking for a fight.
Yeah, I mean, Gazlo off clearing top. This might be
a pretty good push here.
They could potentially look for something. They lose a tower.
They got a tower. It's pretty clean. Macro rotations.
Vespertine on the Yrel may potentially look to rotate out BBJ.
This is a replay, yeah, Greta. Replay of a show match. It's just not like an official CCL match or anything. It's a show match. For fun, you know.
On to Hyde. That's a Celestial Charge on a Masquerade as Vesper dives in once again. Righteous Hammer to force them back. And they're going to actually pop their own medallion trying to get out of here.
Pretty close fights here.
From the Varian onto Vesper. Not going to be able to find the kill damage into them as Masquerade is going to harass. Gets the phase shift from BBJ.
Yeah, I mean, the team fights seem really difficult for 30k.
How do you counter Cassia Gazlo? Well, CCing them and blowing them up is always nice. Especially Cassia. Cassia's vulnerable to CC. Gazlo. It's kind of just... I don't know. Gazlo's just annoying. It's really hard to counter Gazlo. But CC blow up is as good as you're gonna get. I think that's a good counter to a gravel bomb Gazlo for sure. If you can get it off.
BBJ gonna stall Ultralisk though. Cattle, kind of the player to watch as the Varian. I mean, if he's able to.
Is everything okay with June? Yeah. Everything's okay, I think. We have a 6-man roster. It's not a 5-man roster. Every team has a 6-man roster. So for this show match, Hyde is playing. I think June had something he wanted to do. He had to do something else.
And he's dead on that Brightwing. Cattle, definitely one of the best tank players.
And the team wanted Hyde to get some playtime in as well.
Oh, Hyde though, gonna get Gazlo stunned, but
speaking
of bait, it might have been Masquerade.
Easy baits. Easy baits.
BBJ does have the Z. If he's gonna be able to get it, this could actually be scary. The turnaround. Are they gonna be able to get anything? Oh, 5v4 though. Kyocha walking in.
Should have smacked him one more time there.
Trying to kite out here. BBJ does have the Z. If he's gonna be able to get it, this could actually be number 2 for a reason. Oh, Hyde though. Yeah. Gonna get Gazlo stunned, but was it a bait?
That was a good bait, but should have smacked him one more time here, right? One smack here instead of the E, but then that's probably ping too. Like that's really easy to see. He's probably queuing up his E like because he has 200 ping and he just has to anticipate what's happening beforehand. Like that's a really easy Stukov auto to see if you have 0 ping, right? I think that's like a ping issue too. He's anticipating the E will be better. Pay ping. So he's already queued the command, most likely.
Everything he can to kind of keep him alive, and he's gonna be able to. Hasu walks out.
Yeah, BBJ keeping everyone alive
Close
there.
right
That was pretty
there with Asuov's
clean.
health bar. I think the big factor right there was the announcement of Brightwing returning. They obviously got the kill and they were trying to make something happen, but with the phase shift coming in,
Name
they
change must have been a
respected that
difference.
Diablo would have a
Agreed,
big burst
agreed.
of health from that
Instant
level 1
synergy.
hyper shift, giving them the amplified healing. And so they were like, let's respect this, let's circle things around and maybe find a fight once everyone's kind of in position. But
I like
back off,
Kyocho's
no
build for
kills go
offlane
out
Imperius, by the
after
way.
the
It's really
Brightwing
funky,
almost
but
finding that Cassia, but this
like
will
I
be
said,
Red
I don't like
Bull
offlane
versus
Imperius because you have no wave
Sidestep
clear,
Kings.
and he took 2
First
wave clear
Red Bull
talents and
face
press
up the
forward,
game,
which
8 up on
if
both
you're gonna offlane
sides.
Imperius, that's probably the best
See
bet you're
what
gonna
stage
get
value
because you
Sidestep
need to wave
Kings
clear.
can bring to the table.
Yeah, and you see Cattle already on the variant, just mounted up, looking for any opportunity to get a kill. BBJ on the bot side helping get a free clear, but mid Masquerade maybe.
Brightwing's strong now?
Low,
Yep.
Godfilth
I think
on
it
the
is.
Sylvanas disabling it. Taunt coming
I think
out. BBJ gonna be able to TP in. Good job. Able to
offlane
save
Imperius
Masquerade
is
there,
problematic
and
because
Taunt's
you have no
gonna
wave
be
clear.
down, but
Tank
only for 10
Imperius
more
is problematic
seconds.
if they have
Once that's
CC
up,
because
BBJ's not gonna have Z,
you're really
which means if
vulnerable
they
when
go
you
on
spear
Hostiles
someone.
or BBJ,
So they both have their
Taunt is
problems.
scary, Taunt up into.
I like
They're
Tank
able
more
to
though.
secure an
I like Tank
entire
Imperius more.
fort. During that, Sammy gets the free clear on top, and they don't lose anything bottom. But a fort down, a fort with your first turn in. I mean, I feel like Sidestep Kings has
His
to be
level
pretty
1
happy
wave
with
clear's
that,
good
but
too.
in the mid lane, Hyde,
Yeah, I was
maybe a
saying
bit
his level 1 and
overextended.
7.
Masquerade able to get the wall
I don't think
bang,
press forward
Taunt
really helps the
coming
wave
down,
clear, but
Stukov's
I
gonna
mean, I guess it
die.
kind of does.
Level
Gives you more
10
mana.
about to be achieved for both teams, but with that pick, 30k might be able to actually get a turn in here.
What happened
The
there?
wall bang, and they don't lose anything bottom, but a fort down, a fort with your first turn in. I mean, I feel like Sidestep Kings has to be pretty happy with that. But in the mid lane, Hyde, maybe a
Camera
bit
didn't catch
overextended.
it.
Masquerade able to get the wall bang. The taunt coming down.
Good pick
but Stukov's gonna
for
die.
30k.
Level 10 about to be achieved for both teams, but with that pick, 30k might be able to actually get a turn in here.
Cattle is trying to go for the last little bit of gems that were dropped on the ground, but it didn't work out.
Prototype
And as you
CCL
said,
next
the
list.
turn availability
Coin.
is here, and this is what I was talking about earlier.
Dang,
draft.
that looks
This is where
big
I like to see
poggies,
teams
dude.
aim for
That
their
looks
turn in. They've
sick.
got 81 in their pockets. They've got 14 already turned in. So if you get this
A
first
Savage
turn in,
Bear's
and you don't
prototype
lose any members
CCL
within the
coin.
Weaver phase,
Sidestep
you
King
can easily
coin.
be able to pick up enough gems to facilitate
Pretty
a
pogs.
second turn in or a back-to-back, if you will. This is Masquerade going to be able to get the that's going to be a shadow charge onto Kyocho. There was a phase shift from the Brightwing with the polymorph. The Valkyrie actually gets the sidewall of Got Filth, and there's a taunt from the Variant trying to turn things around. That's going to be the cleanse onto Masquerade.
Taunt wombo,
They
nice.
go down, souls to reset.
Good gravel
rolling
bomb.
in one. Vesper jumps over the wall. Kyocho getting low, but if Vesper overextend, doesn't seem like they really care as they're just kind of cycling around.
Got
mostly
Diablo
trying to
souls
pop
there.
the
That's
abilities
big.
to get their Dauntless value from level 1, but no turn-in is going to be happening just yet.
Kyocho gonna get knocked back here. Vesper forced to use the ult.
I
before
got you,
the
Savage
taunt.
Beard. I
There's
mean, it
actually
still
gonna
looks
be a
sick.
APOC coming out
Ooh,
as well.
huge
Kyocho
two-man
gonna
spear.
get APOC stunned, and that's gonna be a dead Imperius Cattle trying to walk in and get these gems.
You see, that's the
Sammy
problem with
able
main tank
to
Imperius too,
kill
right?
the turn
Like,
during
you can
all
get
this,
these
but
big
Ultralis wasn't
CCs,
even there for any of that.
but then
They're
you're really
gonna get
vulnerable to their
Diablo
counter
souls,
CC
so
because you
effectively
stun
they trade
yourself.
1-for-1. They do lose turn in, but Ultralis during all of this did take out the bot camp, which means there's a lot of pressure. BBJ being
Spell
chased
armor.
down. Okay, maybe they overextended though. Vesper team. Vesper
Illidan, the Alucard build.
Oh,
This is where
AKA
Vesper likes to
every
live,
single
is just in
talent
the
that
spot where they
improves
shouldn't be,
Grant's
as they overpower
lifesteal.
and everything goes
ULT
on
of
to
your
Cattle, Hyde
choice.
trying to heal up, but the displacement's so
Okay,
much,
every
Hyde gets
talent
pulled
that
back in
improves
with the
lifesteal.
Valkyrie.
How did Cattle live here, by the way?
Dang, 4 months already.
Wait, he
Thanks
just
for all
walks
the
out.
content, fan.
Cattle
Keep up
lives.
the hard
Cattle
work,
lives in all
man.
of this.
what?
No problem, Kevbot.
Two
Wow.
from hell.
What was that? Okay, so they were a bit too greedy. They were trying to get Hyde, and they just let Cattle walk out. So
He actually just walked out.
Hyde-
How did that happen?
This is where Vesper likes to live, is just in the spot where they shouldn't be, as the overpower and everything goes on to Cattle. Hyde trying to heal up, but
This is a good,
displacement's so much, and
It's really good on Hyde,
pulled
by the way.
back
It
in
was a
with
good
the
Valkyrie on Hyde.
Valkyrie.
Hey, look,
Can
BBJ's hitting him.
they
BBJ's hitting
make
him.
it
He's
out
like, guys,
from
guys,
the
Cattle. Wait, no one else is hitting Cattle. Oh
Actually,
no.
they utilize
I think that was,
the medallion
wait, I gotta see that one more time. What the F?
turning.
what's that?
They
Exactly.
make it out from the sidewall, grab a bomb, and overpower, and everything.
Okay, who
goes on
didn't
to
hit Cattle?
Hyde trying to heal up, but the displacement's so much, and Hyde gets pulled back in with the Valkyrie. Can they make it out?
They just
from
wanted
the
both kills, I
sidewall?
guess.
Grab a bomb,
Oh man,
actually
I think Sammy could have hit him one more time.
utilize the
Liam could have killed him too.
medallion
They
as
just
well.
both really wanted to
Cattle
kill Hyde.
lives.
That's
Cattle
nuts.
lives in all of this.
What? Team!
Children from hell.
What was
Brightwing ignored him? Brightwing did not ignore him. Brightwing was trying to kill him the whole time. He just couldn't. The others did though. It was definitely the Gazlowe and the Irel both wanted the Stukov, dude. Hyde baiting out his mind. Hyde is bait god on Stukov, dude. He's just like always in the middle of 5 people baiting out of his mind somehow. On his Stukov.
Cattle is back here. And it looks like, I mean, with the first turn in, okay, Vespertine was able to secure the top 4. They don't get mid wall, but they do get bot wall as well. So both teams with their first turn in able to secure a fort.
Not bad value, but here's the thing that we were just talking about. You see the gem turn in priority
Monka
already in favor for the side of 30k. I heard you like make a noise, and I looked at the minimap and I was like, "Oh, Sylvanas, how you doing there, bud?"
Yeah, he could have jumped in one more time, but he would have been behind the wall. So I think he was afraid that he might have died, but you know, he almost killed.
Yeah, they all thought Varian would die. Yeah, it does happen. That definitely happens. That's pretty funny though. Cattle, that's not the first time Cattle's done that. I've seen more than one clip of Cattle just waddling away on Varian with 1 HP. It's quite weird.
But the wailing arrow, he was just a bit
just
too far.
Makes everyone forget about him or something.
Guys, this is a 4v5. You don't have Brightwing for another 25 seconds.
That's a good medallion to make sure he doesn't get apoxed.
While they did get 2 blink heals out of the Brightwing, they managed to get a wailing arrow out from Sylvanas, which is an 80-second cooldown. That's big, and they're gonna try and re-engage off of that factor right there onto Hyde. That'll be a Valkyrie coming out. It actually kind of pulls everyone away from the Wombo combo synergy. Kyocha are gonna be fine right now as Masquerade goes down. No souls to reset Diablos. There's 63 on that one. That's Hyde trying to get out of there. Yeah, Liam is jumping on everyone.
Okay, that's a good pick.
They just don't have enough damage to find another kill. As
I literally think that's just Hyde trying to bait out of his mind again. Wait. Wait, look at him. He's just here. He saw the Diablo. I'm pretty sure he saw him, and he's just chilling. It's either ping or it's baiting. I think it's baiting. Look, he sees him. He's like, "What's up, bro?" He moved for 1 centimeter, and then he stopped. Right? He's like, he literally moved for 1 centimeter, and he's like, "Here's the wall stun," and then he stopped. He's like, "Okay, you got me, man." Wait, this is Hyde always does this on Stukov. It's so weird. He's like 5-head baiter on Stukov every time. And he got the root. He got the root silence on the Diablo guaranteed there too. That was a Hyde play for sure. Got filth Dagger 7. Dagger 7 got buffed. It's not terrible. It's okay.
Diablo down for the next 19 seconds.
Yeah, and it looks like it is going to be a 4v5, which should allow Sidestep Kings to actually get the turn in. The reason 30k I think went in is because they saw Ultralisk on the Leeming top, but if they would have waited like 2 or 3 more seconds, they actually would have had the Brightwing Z. Would have liked to see them be a bit more patient. Liam was trying to drop his gems, not able to. Kyocha looking to chase down the Brightwing. Cattle, guys, BBJ.
Look at map. Look at map. Look at map.
Sammy.
They're all. Oh no! But Sammy gets caught out. They were all setting up in the. They were setting up in the bush to get
That's the power of Varian Stukov
Leeming. They end up finding Sammy.
Good pick.
They get the gems, but still.
Wait, they're so far ahead. We're 13-15. Turn in? We're so far ahead.
30k staggering deaths for sure. Level 16, about half or 3/4 a level away for Sidestep Kings. I mean, they might be able to get another turn in after this. I think 30k is in a pretty scary position here. If they lose, you know, a couple heroes, the Sidestep Kings might be able to get a boss turn in with their level 16 advantage. So definitely feel like 30k needs to be careful here. They are just going to look to clear out bottom, clear out mid as well. They're going to lose top fort, maybe top wall as well. I mean, I'd like to see Sidestep Kings force a fight with 16. Just go bush comp this boss, right? Like if anyone face checks you, Diablo doesn't, like he only has 75 souls.
Yeah, they bushed here instead of boss, which is fine.
Looking to bush camp. Masquerade really wants to check it. Okay, he does see smart heads up awareness from Masquerade, recognizing it might just be bush camping.
This was actually something, and I know there's gonna be people who groan and chat about this. This is actually something I saw in League of Legends a lot, and I'm seeing it more and more. And here's the storm. Maybe it's because of just the competitive realm and who we have bringing back, or maybe everyone's watching the League of Legends Worlds games still. But
do you think you can still rip boss here? What do they do? I don't think they rip boss. They could have bushed it boss here for sure. They could bush boss or just do it.
The enemy Diablo couldn't see around that corner.
Double
and
camp
that
is
takes
also
levels
okay
of
if that's what
experience.
they're
And I just
doing
wanted to highlight
instead.
that because it's
Okay,
little
they did
things like
double
that
camp.
that set
That's okay
players
too.
above the others. And cooldown counting is another one of that. There's just so many little factors. So I want to just like point that out, that mechanic that Cattle was utilizing, like some people might be like, Masquerade can see Cattle. No, there was just a little bit of fog of vision blocking it, but they go for Masquerade. They don't get the kill, and they're doing exactly what you're saying. They're kind of just playing around these turn-ins because they know the enemy team wants to go for Webweaver.
Yeah, it looks like 30k just going to be forced to probably give up another turn in. Knights as well as Siege secured for Sidestep Kings. They're going to drop all their gems here. Someone in my chat was asking, is it normal for a Leeming to offlane this much? Guys, the reason Leeming has to offlane is because Varian as well as Imperius have no wave clear, right? Yep. So Leeming has the best wave clear on the team, and generally you want the person with the best wave clear on the team clearing the side lanes.
Yeah, Sylvanas has the best wave clear on the team, but otherwise, yeah.
And generally as Leeming, you don't want to be the one side.
I do think Ultralisk's sense of macro is really good. He just really likes soaking, which is good. He really likes soaking. He doesn't want to miss a wave ever.
Because,
but sometimes it's better if, like, it would be more optimal if Sylvanas did this sometimes, but it's fine.
On top of everything,
ooh, that was a big gravel bomb.
They lose the Imperius. Diablo Souls will be finished out. Vesper trying to chase out onto this. They're trying to make a play into Cattle, but they pop their Ardent Defender and they run away. All I wanted to note is just 100.
Let's see that fight again real quick. What happened here?
Decision, either having Leeming or Sylvanas.
Have you hit Control 2 lately in the game?
Oh, true.
Because
oh, he got Spell Shield off, and it actually negated so much damage.
Will be coming out. That's a gravel bomb pulling them back in the apocalypse. On top of everything.
Oh,
one more time.
True.
Because that's going to be slow to charge onto Diablo really quickly as the Angelic Armament will be coming out.
Ah, BBJ clutched it. It's huge healing by Brightwing, and the Diablo got the spell armor off.
Everything flailing sweat.
Well played.
Try and save one, but they lose the Imperius. Diablo Souls will be finished out. Vesper trying to chase out onto this. They're trying to make a play into Cattle, but they pop their Ardent Defender and they run away. All I wanted to note is just 109,000 roughly of siege damage from the Leeming. The closest on the opposing side is roughly the Gazlo with 84,000.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot for Ultra.
Stuka Vault moved them out. Oh, did it? Maybe. That's possible. I didn't see that. This guy dies for sure, right? Okay.
One reset for the Leeming, Haswabs as well. Gonna get Xenon, Vespertine looking for a potential kill. Hyde's doing such a good job at just keeping everyone alive. Liam, careful! You don't have an ult here. You need to back out. Diablo back up, so it is going to be a 4v5. They have APOC and 40, could potentially look for something. Looks like
I think maybe just got a little overconfident here. Maybe forgot Diablo Souls or something, because they got a pick. This was kind of like a this start of the throw though, because that is 4v5, so a little too risky. Could just give it here, because you're up a level, all their lanes are pushed to hell, so giving it here is no problem. You can defend this super easily. They won't be able to do much.
I don't know, it was a weird one. They stepped into basically 5 enemy members and they're like, cool, we got a Cattle and we got a Webweaver turn in, let's go ahead and get some pressure here, but seems like Sidestep Kings want to slow this down, looking for Diablo. There's going to be a
I do think this is like a high risk, I don't know. I mean, it's just good tries. I think BBJ's just saving them. That was a good try. They knew Irel was bottom, so they went for a pick with their comp. It's really good comp for picks. That's a good try.
Able to set up the waves in a good position. Mid and bot fort most likely going to fall. Top
yeah, BBJ is saving them a lot here.
But, this mid lane really is going to be where the brawl happens. 30k, if they don't die, and maybe they get a kill or two, they do have another turn off of this. Vesper team, no ult for another 10 seconds.
Oh, that polymorph.
Just absolutely disappearing. Vesper team setting that up. This looks pretty scary for Sidestep Kings at this point, because after this, 30k is going to have another turn in. So they might be able to get keeps, might be able to get
there's nothing you can do there either. That's really, I would have stayed at that fort too, honestly. That's really close. Good chain CC by the other team.
Healthy. They could look to cycle out and try and pressure bottom lane front gate, or they could look for the keep. They do have that kill in the Imperius. Cattle goes out looking for some pressure into Vesper. Does use the Ardent Defender, and that's going to be 120 second cooldown. 2 minutes.
Liam play Brightwing and Irel. I think those are their best heroes.
In the game. Bottom lane already
cleared
out by Sylvanas, and you were saying the
it makes sense. You want to play your best heroes.
For back-to-back plus boss. And this is a vision that they do not have on the side of Sidestep Kings. But right now, I'm showing their vision for my stream, and this is just Cattle. Right below all of this,
I think this is Monka too. I really don't think you need to force this either. I mean, you are 20 now, but I guess it's okay with 20.
This fight takes a bit. This could be a bit scary. I mean, level 20 as well.
With 20, it's actually okay. I think walking up 19 is Monka. As soon as you get 20, it's actually kind of okay.
This could be scary. It's still going to be a level 20 team fight. Masquerade is going to get taunted. Haswap's training. I'd like to see 30k just get out. I'd like to see them just run. You got the boss. You don't actually want to fight here. Sammy trying to kite. No taunt for 5 seconds. Vesper team on the rail. Good job from 30k, just escorting everyone out. And they may potentially actually look for a turn in here as they see Ultralisk. It is going to be a 4v5. Hasu looking for a stall. Vesper team does have...
Monka Giga.
It's just that, because I actually see the tactic that they're trying to employ. They want the Webweaver to actually counter.
Kyocha trying to position well with Imperius with 200 ping. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. 200 ping is going to be a struggle no matter what. This is a scrim. This is a show match. Basically a scrim, yeah.
That was close, because if 30k got that, that was a very, very sweaty moment to be in, especially on their side. It's like, how do we deal with this? Because we have so much pressure that we've kind of risked to just...
Why didn't they defend boss? Because they're guarding turn in there. When you're 20, they're 19, so that's actually a really good like strategical play by Sidestep Kings there. You don't need 5 people to defend this boss, right? Ultralisk killed it, all they lost was like a tower, maybe 2 towers. If you 5 people run defend boss, the enemy team has like double turn in a row basically, so... Well, let's go back a little bit further. Yeah, so if you 5 people defend boss here, you're 19-20, so the other blue team is still scared. Like, you're not... So you don't want to give them this free turn-in. You give them this free turn-in, they're going to use that turn-in to get another turn-in. And then you're going to have to defend 2 turn-ins in a row and a boss. Well, not the boss because you clear it. But this is pretty good play because they knew they had turn-in as well. So they were protecting the turn-in. And then red team actually got turn-in instead of tanking 2 blue team turn-ins. So that's something that they pulled off with the 20 advantage. So that's a really good play actually.
Kind of risked to just try and get the counter turn in.
Yeah, and one thing to know, I mean, the waves are in a decent spot for 30k, right? Like bot lane is going to have a Kata, it is going to be pressuring out top spider as well. Sidestep Kings is pretty much all in on this mid spider, but really what they're all in on is looking for kills. The taunt variant follow up from Li Ming as well as the Stukov. Watch Cattle on the variant, potentially looking for the one shot. 30k, not 20 yet, now just achieved it. Gonna have to play just a bit careful here. BBJ, I'd expect to try and cleanse whoever does get taunted. Mid spider falling a bit low here. Gurel gonna be able to jump in. Now has Seraphim a 2-second unstoppable and a 10-second cooldown. Yes. Somehow that's balanced. Not sure.
It's very hard to see Jin to that comp at 20. Gas low. Dance game.
Right there. So they get a well out of mid lane, but the top lane did press up during all of that time. They're going to get a death wave out from that one, and they'll get the front gate. They're going to move into bottom lane and try the same thing. Anchoring from Kyocha to make sure that there's no flank coming out from the opposing side. Really good play from that. Hyde just sitting in the bush. Doesn't really need to show. And I also like the utilization of the banner from the variant to amplify the spell power of Ultralisk and got filth on that Sylvanas and Li Ming. But now I think Sidestep Kings, they got to play defensive turn in time, or they got to look for a crazy fight. They were showing in this mid, so they have to know that the invade might happen. This is risky. Really risky.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a bad spot for APOC as well as Gravel Bomb Cattle.
Oh my god. Monka.
Pulling Cattle pretty fall. Vespertine looking for the flank. The Valkyrie
it's like 20 ults all whiffed there.
Looks like,
Caught a jaw. The Monkers.
It looks like Imperius, the APOC to stop it though. Huge willing arrow from Godfield. Vesper team in the backline. Kyocha super low and a pause coming.
Oh yeah, there was a 323 out of their minds this fight. 323 boys. Chalk this one up to 323. This is Omega Monka 323.
A little bit of lag, but what's
central, right? Okay, it's central. It's central. It's central.
That'd be funny if we got to this part.
Ultralisk went to go siege mid keep. Yeah, so there's still some coordination issues for sure. That's what I'm talking about. Ultralisk is very macro oriented. He never wants to waste a second of time, which I like because I'm like kind of the same way. But sometimes there's like there seems to be like miscommunication because sometimes the other 4 are fighting while he's doing something macro wise. sometimes the other four are fighting too hard, I guess.
Also popped their angelic armament because Gladiators
So
is literally on a 300-second.
stuff like that, I think, takes time. Like that's just synergy. You need to play with your teammates more. Eventually, they'll get better at
to keep themselves
coordinating
alive.
that.
We have some readies coming out, so we'll get back into game in just a second.
I do
But
like
now,
how he does
it
that
looks
though,
like
because
30K kind of has the positional advantage and the
if you
fight
can like
advantage in this,
make
as I
it
think
so
we're gonna
that
go back
he's
live.
doing that
Cattle
stuff
getting
and you're
overpowered.
not fighting,
Flailing
then
Swipe from Hyde will
everything
save
he's
them. They
doing
do
gets
have
you
that
ahead.
controlled chaos
So
from level 20, so they can
I don't think it's a
utilize
bad thing
those singular
necessarily.
swipes as Cattle has 500
Cattle just like
got focused
runs
trying to get out of there.
out with
Another
1 HP
swipe,
again,
flailing
dude.
swipe from Hyde,
He's
and I
got
don't
one
think
more.
that there's one more. I was like, did they
Cattle
use the
just
third one already?
really
So I think they
runs
disengaged
out
from
with
all of
1
this.
HP with Varian all the
Yeah, they're
time.
able to get out. I mean,
It's just what he
30K
does.
Gonna be able to get the turn in
Just
here,
like
but
his
their waves
passive.
are in a really shitty position. Hasu, it looks like he was just channeling.
3
it.
players at
Masquerade
200 ping,
potentially
I'm
looking for the
lagging.
invade here.
2 players
They
at
want it.
200, but same.
Maska is going to get Imperious as well as Stukov follow up, but he's going to be okay. He used the spell shield during all of that Hyde with a really good Stukov silence.
Ooh,
Able to get his
that was a
off.
good
BJ
wave of
healing as
force.
well. Kyocha falling low, but Hyde, guys, just the Stukov silence causing so much disruption.
Yeah, this Stukov
They
silence
do lose
actually
one, though,
screwed
but
the
Web
enemy team
Weavers
so
for
hard.
30K are in a terrible position. Their top web weaver is literally at their keep. Their mid web weaver is literally at their keep. It looks like they have to try and pressure in this bot lane. Would expect to see Brightwing rotate.
Little
to the top,
overforced
which
at
will
the
have
end there. I don't think
Zuzu
Cattle had taunt
and then
anymore.
Haswabs, as well as
Little bit
Lane pressuring out
overforced
the mid.
for the final charging,
I mean, they
but
have a second turn in off this, or pretty close
Yeah,
to
still
it.
okay.
But that is one thing to note, that their spiders are not in a very good position.
See, they got. I'm doing some caster math. They have.
Love watching
10,
all the CCL
that's
analysis.
30, 40. So they're shy on the side of 30.
got a free clear on that spider because the other lanes are screwed. That's a big mistake by blue team. They should not let us free clear that, I think. So that's really nice. Basically negates this whole turn in with the free clear.
It's literally. It's not even an install. It's a drag and drop.
Dermeister and Xanto, thank you.
Enjoy supporting you on my own accord, but I'm a bit salty about how invasive these new ads are.
New? Well, they're not new though, Xanto. This is Perry attempting to fix the ad situation, actually. I don't know, Perry. You try to explain it to them. This is supposed to be better, so.
But it's still a pretty even game. Right?
It's supposed to be less invasive, actually.
Generally going to be the worst because, you know, most teams will fight around mid, but Masquerade, Cattle actually sniffing it out. Masquerade in a bit of a scary situation here. BBJ trying to heal the grab on.
Man, Diablo spell shield, Brightwing spell shield was just so good against our blow up comp. Just can't blow anyone up once they got double spell shield anymore.
Be alone. Masquerade, BBJ doing a good job keeping him alive, and boss is up at this point. This is scary for Sidestep Kings. If you give up the boss, it's probably GG.
Alright, so what happened here?
Cattle actually sniffing it out. Masquerade in a bit of a scary situation here. BBJ trying to heal the grab bomb coming out. Kyocha, the Valk as well, but the 4-man Willing Arrow, Masquerade, blinking.
Yeah.
Both teams.
Looking at this, it seems like
I mean, it's one keep to
once
zero,
the
but
Diablo
it's
has
still
spell shield,
pretty
you just can't kill him anymore with this comp. It's just not
Keep
possible to
going.
blow him up
Is
anymore.
generally gonna be the worst
Maybe
because
should have gone for someone else in the late
Cattle
games.
actually sniffing it out. Masquerade in a bit of a scary situation here.
It's just if he clicks his spell shield
Grab
button,
coming out,
you
Kyocha,
just can't kill
the
him.
Valk as well, but the
It's just so
4-man
hard.
Willing Arrow, Masquerade blinking in using
We have all
coverage
spell
as well.
damage.
Kyocha on the top side is gonna actually be alone. Masquerade, BBJ doing a good job keeping him alive, and boss is up at this point. This is
But that's
scary
pretty
for
hard to
Sidestep
realize
Kings.
in game.
If you give up the boss, it's probably GG, and they recognize that. Masquerade, you see him though, Invis waiting in this bush. 30K doesn't even want the boss. They just want to fight. They want that 4v5. Masquerade
Ultralisk
on
wasn't
the
even
Diablo.
there? Okay,
Bleach
hold on,
using
let me watch
APOC
that
as
one more
well.
time.
Kyocha on the top side, sniffing it out. Masquerade in a bit of a scary situation here. BBJ trying to heal.
That's
the
true.
grab coming out.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying
Kyocha
earlier
as well,
too.
but
He's
the
trying to
4-man
clear
Willing
top
Arrow,
and the rest of the
Masquerade
team's fighting. So
blinking
there's
in,
some
using
communication
APOC as
issues
well.
there
Kyocha
still.
on the top
That's
side
basically
is
what I was
actually
saying
alone.
earlier.
Masquerade, BBJ doing a good job keeping him alive, and boss is
I
up
don't
at
think
this point.
Diablo
This is
dies
scary
even if
for
he is
Sidestep
there though.
Kings.
That's
If
just
you
not
give up the
happening
boss,
with
it's probably
spell shield,
GG,
spell
and
shield.
they recognize that. Masquerade, you see him though, Invis waiting in this bush. 30K doesn't even want the boss. They just want to fight. They want that 4v5. Masquerade on the Diablo. Good.
That's a really good
coming out
polymorph
by BBJ,
on
but Masquerade not gonna be able
the
to
Li
get
Ming
in.
there.
The big knockback.
It was a
The
good
big
knockback, too.
knockback from Vespertine, and Stukov is dead. Cattle's gonna fall as well. 3 heroes dead for Sidestep Kings. This looks disastrous.
They're gonna step in through this mid lane after finding triple kill. The most righteous of hammers from Vesper.
I guess the only thing you can say there is maybe you don't go 4v5 there. They did find some success 4v5ing
they're going to be able to reposition people consistently
earlier in the
throughout this
game, so
with
it's
the
hard
2
to
here
say
in
for
Team
sure.
Spider
You could have gone like
and they're going
maybe
to be able to take
their
this in
knights
a
and
fairly
then
strong
siege
fashion.
camp and then
Grababomb
just
to zone them
defend
back,
boss
but
turn
this
in.
is Core falling
I
over
don't know,
too
it's pretty hard
rapidly
though.
in
It's
game.
a hard
Number
spot.
2
It's
will be
that's
found in the
Monka.
hands of
Once you lose
30K.
one that late in the
Can they
games,
take our
no matter
best
what
of
you do, it's
5
Monka.
show match in a 3-0 fashion? We'll have to